I got one idea that I'm especially psyched out of my mind about. You know, it's one of those ideas where you're just like, yes!
Dave? Dave Flynn?
On the radio!
Hold on to your butts.
Hello, welcome. Thank you for pushing play and tuning in to Dave Flynn on the radio. This is Dave Flynn, and I've got good news. We are officially on all of the major podcasting services, of which there are many. Apple, Spotify, of course, but also Amazon, iHeartRadio, Overcast, and many, many more. Most of those services are now linked on the podcast page at winwithflynn.com. But if you can't find the show on your player of choice, please let us know, and we will get that corrected ASAP. Okay, today we are starting into a 3-part series on reputation, and it's a subject I've been writing about a lot, thinking about it even more, and it's part of the upcoming book I've got coming on trust. It's a complex topic. Reputation has a lot of different variables, but in this piece, I'm trying to understand reputation through the lens of identity and self-perception. So, without further delay, let's jump into the show. The reputation you keep. Walk into any high school cafeteria and you'll see reputations at work. This guy is a wise ass, that girl's a rocker. Simple labels that everyone understands. The dynamics don't change after graduation, they just move to different cafeterias. Corporate headquarters, industry conferences, online reviews. Whether it's the new kid at school or the new product launch, the pattern is the same. Early impressions matter. Get off on the wrong foot and you might never reach enough people to show your true colors. That's a hard pill to swallow, but it's the reality of reputation building. It's not entirely up to you. It's based on the perceptions of others. If it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it gets the reputation of a duck. But over time, reputations inch closer to reality. To borrow a frame from Warren Buffett, in the short term, reputation is a voting machine. In the long term, it's a weighing machine. The long-term perception of a person or business will be based on their actions and character, not their eyeliner. And if you play your cards right, you'll earn the best of all reputations. Trustworthy. Congruence. A strong reputation starts from within. Your self-esteem is just the reputation you keep with yourself. For companies, this is about culture and congruence. Built when that internal voice aligns with the external message. When my old employer asked me to lead our partnership with Microsoft, my main concern wasn't our reputation. It was theirs. I remembered a cartoon showing their org chart as the standard hierarchy with a twist. Each division had an arm extended, pointing a gun at the others. Microsoft employees laughed it off. They said, "Oh, that's the old way." But that laugh was an admission. The reputation was earned. Power plays behind closed doors, talking out of both sides of their mouth. Covert, calculated, with a dash of that Northwest passive-aggressive. Teams didn't collaborate, they maneuvered. But if that's how they treated their own, how would they treat my firm? Reputation starts from the inside, and Microsoft had a fractured identity. Their corporate conscience was not clear. And in an attempt to overcome their own history, they utilized all manner of public relations, corporate speak, and spin. This creates an issue with psychological congruence, the alignment between internal belief and external behaviors. When a brand's messaging is consistent, it reflects a unified identity, fostering trust. The best business leaders are the same person whether they're speaking to their sales teams or Wall Street analysts. But if you change your tone for each audience, it's not just confusing, it's concerning. The only thing more difficult than building a solid reputation is trying to build two. Culture eats strategy for breakfast. When Steve Ballmer took over at Microsoft, the company was 2 years into antitrust litigation. The legal proceedings impacted growth, but the larger impact was less visible from the outside. Ballmer recounts a story about an executive retreat in Bend, Oregon. Orlando Ayala, running sales at the time, stood up and said, "I'm a proud Colombian. I am not a proud Microsoftie today. Our integrity is under assault. My personal integrity feels like it's under assault. Ballmer made a pivot, changing the retreat's focus from strategy to culture, knowing their external reputation, aggressive, cutthroat, dishonest, would only improve if this group of executives could reconcile who they were with who they claimed to be. Even after the litigation ended, Ballmer faced the challenge of rebuilding trust both internally and externally. He attempted to improve the culture while investing aggressively in new business lines and acquisitions. And at the top of that list was the cloud. But back on campus, he ran into la résistance, entrenched advocates for the current business model, clinging to the old way. Ballmer needed to shake things up. So in spring of 2010, Ballmer was speaking at the University of Washington, a short drive from his Redmond offices. He saw the cloud as Microsoft's future, a way to support enterprise customers with IT workloads. God dang it, he later said of the moment. This is our future. We can preserve and enhance these businesses. The message wasn't just for students in the audience. It was aimed at employees too. Get with it or get out. Later that day, in an all-company email, he reiterated, when it comes to the cloud, we are all in across every product line and dimension of the cloud. Ballmer was practicing congruence, delivering the same message to employees and the public. But even that wasn't enough. His own track record and Microsoft's cutthroat culture made it hard for people to fully trust him. He wanted the company to see the mission through his eyes, but his weren't the eyes of a proven tech visionary. Ballmer missed the smartphone, botched Windows Vista, and was mocked for Zune, although I'm a fan. His track record, his reputation, was affecting his ability to change Microsoft's. Ballmer couldn't escape the deeper problem. Gates established a reputational pattern that persists today: imitate, iterate, and litigate. Employees felt their integrity was under assault because they knew the reputation was earned. Even under Satya Nadella, whose own reputation for thoughtful leadership is strong, parts of Microsoft's old culture remain. The weighing machine is slow to register change. But there's a different path to reputation building. And next week, we'll think different and explore how Steve Jobs led the biggest reputational turnaround in business history. We'll see what it reveals about trust and the true nature of lasting change. There we have it. That's the pod. Thank you for listening. If you like what you hear, please share it with a friend. Give it a thumbs up. And if you've got a few extra seconds, give it a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify or wherever you are listening. The engagement will make you feel so good, and it'll help other people find the show. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
All right, there you go, America. I love you. I'm proud of you. I mean it. We gotta go. This is great.